Hey YouTubers, good morning, Robb. Guys, we've got a pretty good video this morning. I like to make a variety of videos on my channel. My regular viewers know I've been making videos for over 18 years, about one a week. Got over 700 videos on many different subjects, and my favorite out of them all are my comedy or my story videos. We have a story video today. I'm not making anything. My regular viewers also know that some of my story videos are about things I find on trash day here in my neighborhood. I live in a 55 and over community. There's over a couple of thousand units. So once a week people throw stuff out, and I like to go on my bicycle and check out what people have thrown out. And sometimes I can sell the item, sometimes I can use it myself or give it to someone. But if I'm really, really lucky, I find something that I can make a story. The most popular things people throw out are paintings, mirrors, chairs, and picture frames. So far I've made two videos one about paintings, which is probably the best video I've ever made on YouTube. I made a video on chairs, which is also very good. A couple weeks ago, someone threw out a pickleball. I made a video about a pickleball. Oh, that was a how to do it video. But the most fun, fascinating, creative, and enjoyable videos for me to make are ones where people have actually thrown out stories, not just items I can make into a story. Sometimes that stuff that people throw out aren't just trash, it's parts of their life, slices of their life at a certain period of time that they recorded. And I'm busy looking for things I can turn into a story, and sometimes people, they throw out a story. It's already done. All I have to do is just present it. The one I made about where a woman threw out 3 audio recorders where she recorded a period of her life in 2010. I made into a video called Joy Was Here. It was one of the most difficult, challenging videos I've ever made, because I had to make a video where people are just listening to a recorder, and it's a little bit long, but it's still one of the more challenging videos I ever made. Story videos. Today we have a very easy video. I'm not going to have to do anything. I'm just going to read the story that was given to me that was thrown out in the trash. It was going to be picked up by the garbage men this morning. So for your entertainment and mine, we're going to have a story video this morning. And the story was written in 1991 by someone named Micheline Kaiser in New York, when she was 8 years old in the 2nd grade. So allow me to present little letters from an 8-year-old in 1991. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, Class 2323, October 24th, 1990. A poem for Halloween. On Halloween, I saw a witch. A ghost was dancing with a monkey. The monkey said no, but ghost said yes. So the witch came and turned the monkey into a ghost. The monkey didn't like being a ghost. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, June 18th, 1991. Field Day. On field day, we went to Flushing Meadows Park. We had fun. We saw a clown. He had 3 volunteers. They were Tiffany T, Ebony from Mrs. Nougat class, and Leonard from Mrs. Cooper class. Tiffany refused to help. The clown. She was stupid to do that. If I were her, I would do it. After that, we had lunch. A lunch. We played lots of games. When we come, we played balloon race, snowball fun, and the bubbles, too. We had lots and lots of fun. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, June 7th, 1991. Brooklyn Queen Day. On Brooklyn Queen's Day, I didn't go nowhere special. I just went outside and played. It wasn't no fun at all. But last night it was fun because my mother's friend Valerie came over with her kids, Joanne and Ryan. We had fun. The boys were in my brother's room, which is my room too. They made a mess. Joanne and I were in my mother's room. We didn't make a mess. We just played a game called Chutes and Ladders. And that was the end of the fun. PS 160Q Michelin Kaiser, November 16th, 1990. What should Mrs. Gross tell my parents when she sees them? Mrs. Gross should tell my parents how I behave in school and how well I do on my test. I hope my parents be happy with my stories and how I write. Mrs. Gross should tell them that how she loves the gifts that you sent for her. Mrs. Gross should tell how well I do on my test. I hope my parents be happy with my work and homework. PS 160 Michelle Kaiser, November 19th, 1990. Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving we celebrate when the Pilgrims came to America. When they first reached land, they changed their clothes. The Indians showed the Pilgrims to plant corn. The Indians became friends. The Pilgrims built their houses close together. They had lots of games too. PS 160 Michelin Kaiser, November 21st, 1990. A Thanksgiving poem. On Thanksgiving, I'll go to Grandma's house. On Thanksgiving, I'll eat turkey. On Thanksgiving, I'll say grace. Thanksgiving is a holiday to eat cranberry sauce too. That's all I have to say. That Thanksgiving's a holiday. I like that one. PS 160, Michelin Kaiser, November 26, 1990. My Thanksgiving weekend. On Thanksgiving, my mother made stovetop stuffing on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving night, my family and I went to a restaurant. Then my aunt came for Thanksgiving dinner. My cousin Tootie was asleep, but she woke up very soon. My mother made turkey, stuffing, and corn. Then my aunt went home, and everyone else who came went home too. PS 160, incomplete. Micheline Kaiser, December 12th, 1990. What I learned in school today. Today at school we learned how to add numbers like 20 plus 9. The numbers that we learned today are 23 plus 69. This morning a woman came into the classroom. The lady wanted to PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, December 13th, 1990. My Christmas vacation. On my Christmas vacation, I'll go to the ice skating rink, buy big Christmas tree in Manhattan. When we come back, we might open up the presents. I know what my mother is going to buy me. My cousin is going to find something for me. My cousin Troy said he wants an airplane. My brother wants a train. I don't know what my mother wants, but she wants something. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, December 17th, 1990. My weekend. Over the weekend, I went to Brownies. When I went to the Brownies, we sang Christmas songs. Then we made angels. When the angels were finished, they looked pretty. After that, my mother was watching us. When the Girl Scouts was finished, my mother told me that it was raining. Then, a minute later, my aunt came and we were going to Freeport, where we were finished shopping at the flea market. We went to Kitty City. At Kitty City, I bought a coloring and Barbie doll clothes. While I was doing that, my brother and cousin Troy and Chris were picking out toys for me, my brother. My brother kept saying no. When my mother came in, I showed what I got. Then I told my mother that Michael didn't get anything. I told my mother that I saw a Teenage Mutant Turtle. When he saw that he didn't have one, now my brother has two of them. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, December 20th, 1990. How I feel about assembly. This morning, our class performed a concert. We played Jingle Bells, Hot Cross Buns, and Good Piero. We started to play Hot Cross Buns. I was good. But when we went to Good Piero, I was messing up. Oh. On Merrily, we rolled along. I played good. When the kids played, they were good too. Today is going to be a good day, just like yesterday. The performance was very exciting. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, June 3rd, 1990. What I like best about myself. The thing that I like the best about myself is my hands. My hands are best because they can write, they can pick up, grab toys and other stuff. The best thing I like about myself is my heart. I like my heart because it's my blood. that I have in there. And my whole body I like. Incomplete. PS160 Michelin Kaiser Class 2-323 January 2nd, 1991. Happy New Year. My vacation story. Over my vacation, my family and I opened our presents. Christmas morning, my mother had to leave and go to the airport. My brother and I was very sad. Last night on television, I saw that big ball. When it reached the bottom, I saw numbers. There are a 1, a 9, another 9, and a 1. My weekend. PS160 Michelin Kaiser Class 2-323 January 14th, 1991. My weekend. On Friday, when it snowed, my brother, cousin, and neighbor Fernando played in the snow. The snow was soft when we were playing in it on Saturday. The snow was a little hard, but it was nice yesterday. I helped my mother put away clothes. Then my mother said, "We can all relax." And when we were finished, we did. PS160 Michelin Kaiser, January 9th, 1991. How I feel about my class. I like my class. My best friend is Daniel Hassel. And I like my teacher, Mrs. Gross. I like my class very much. I like my class because we do small figures. Yesterday, we made snowmans. Mrs. Gross said, make the snowman have to be the same size of the paper. Then Mrs. Gross said, make with a hat and pipe, and make it creative. Then Mrs. Gross said, make with the hat and the pipe, and make it creative. PS160 Michelin Kaiser, January 28, 1991. What happened when Mrs. Gross was absent? On Tuesday, the 22nd of January, Mrs. Rodman came to this class. In the afternoon, we began to behave bad. In the morning, I think we behaved good. When the afternoon came, Mrs. Rodman said, you behaved better in the morning. That day, when Mrs. Rodman turned around, Crystal Height, Ebony, Crystal Reeses, and Lisa started to talk. PS160 Michelin Kaiser, January 15th, 1991. If war breaks out, if war breaks out, I hope the leader of Iraq will leave Kuwait. When war is over, I hope we win the war. If Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was alive, he would say, if I were you, I wouldn't go to war. He would say, I'm very sad that today is the deadline for the war. I feel very sorry for all the kids who are in my class and have relatives in Saudi Arabia. Good. PS160 Michelin Kaiser, January 24th, 1991. how I feel about Mrs. Gross being absent. When Mrs. Gross is absent, I feel sad. And when she's gone, we have to get split up and go in other classes. Yesterday, guess what happened? We got split up. The class I went in yesterday is Mrs. Griswold's. Today, Mrs. Rahman is back to teach us. The children in this know why Mrs. Gross is absent. She is absent because her father is very sick in Florida. PS 160. Good. Micheline Kaiser, February 4th, 1991. What I know about the war. In class, we learned about the war. Iraq started the war. Iraq started the war by marching into Kuwait. Mrs. Gross said to bring in pictures that show the people fighting. Saddam Hussein poured oil into the sea. That is a terrible thing to do. I brought in a picture of the new Prime Minister, John Major. He was with his wife. Our USA troops are in Saudi Arabia. I do hope the war will be over soon. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, February 5th, 1991. Good. How I feel about the play. Today is an exciting day. It is exciting because today is our play. When I said my part, I thought I said it good. All the children in my class said their part good too. When it was time for us to face right and left, Brian was looking at the audience. I looked up at the stage and they were coming down. I gave Brian a tap on the shoulder and he looked up and he folded Wayne. I gave Brian a tap on the shoulder and he looked up and he folded Wayne. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, February 8th, 1991. What should Mrs. Herrera do to make 160 a better school? Mrs. Herrera should tell all the upper graders to stop writing all those bad words on the staircase. Then our school will become better. But that there's other stuff too to be done. We should take care of the school because if we don't, then 160 will become dirty. If we don't, then upper graders will still be writing those bad words on the staircase. If we don't, then upper graders will still be writing those bad words on the staircase. Good. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, February 19th, 1991. My weekend. On Saturday, I went to the Girl Scouts and we made a card for the leader. We made these cards because one of the leaders were in the hospital. And then after that, we had to practice something, like a play. Yesterday I was going to go to the movies, but I didn't go. I didn't go because my cousin had to keep on talking to my brother and I. He was talking to us because we were not being good. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, February 25th, 1991. The War in the Gulf. I know that Iraq went into Kuwait. Iraq went into Kuwait because they wanted the oil. Iraq has oil, but they want more. That is why we have to fight the war. Saddam Hussein spilled oil in the Red Sea. When he did that, birds, fishes, and other animals died in the sea. The United States has allies against Iraq. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, March 8, 1991. Dear Mrs. Bush, Dear Mrs. Bush, my name is Micheline Kaiser. I live in South Jamaica, Queens. I live on the street Linden Boulevard. I am 8 years old. I go to the school PS 160, Queens. My teacher is Mrs. Gross. She is a good teacher. The grade she teaches is second. The class that I am in is class 323. I am proud of your husband, Mrs. Bush. I am proud of him because he stopped the war fast. I thank Mr. Bush for stopping the war. Now that the war is over, I am glad. I am a brown kind of kid. I have black hair. I am 8. Sincerely, Micheline Kaiser. P.S. Dear Mrs. Bush, I am writing to you because Mr. Bush is busy. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, March 14th, 1991. What should Mrs. Gross share with my parents? What should Mrs. Gross share with my parents? Mrs. Gross should share with my parents how the behavior in school is. She should tell them how good or how unsatisfactory my stories are. I know that Mrs. Gross is going to tell my parents all of the stuff that I said that she would tell them. I hope Mrs. Gross gives my parents a good report about what I do in school. I hope Mrs. Gross gives my parents a good report about what I do in school. Incomplete. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, March 22nd, 1991. What can I do to improve my behavior? I know what I can do to improve my behavior. I can pay the price of listening and don't follow the bad kids like Jamil, Michael, Troy, Ernest, Rayshwan, Brian, Joseph, Ebony, and Clifford. Those are all the bad, really bad kids. All those kids don't PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, March 26, 1991. Behavior. In school, cursing is very bad. If a kid curses, I will tell on them. Then they will get suspended, and Mr. Rosen will be mad. He might suspend that kid for a month, or he might tell Mrs. Herrera, and Mrs. Herrera might suspend for 10 days. I will always respect adults. Adults are people you should respect. Respecting people is important, like loving other people. And you shouldn't say, shut up, to any adults. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, March 27, 1991. Dear Mrs. Herrera, In my class, I am learning multiplication and division. We practice the cards every day. On Easter, we look at TV and we look at the Easter parade on Easter Sunday. I'll go to church and learn many things about Easter. Maybe at church, I'll maybe make Easter eggs. Then when I go home, I'll hide them. When my class went to the library, Mrs. Malowitz told us about her friend that was born in Russia. Now her friend lives in Queens. Miss Malowitz told us how they make Easter eggs in Russia. She said they make the design, then they dip the eggs in black dye. Sincerely, Micheline Kaiser. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, April 8, 1991. My vacation. Over my vacation, my cousin came from college with her friend. The name of her college is Alfred State College. Her name is Anna Maria Shuri. Her home name is Toddy. She came April 6, 1991. I was very happy. On Thursday mornings, on Thursday morning, my mother found out that someone stole our station wagon. It was very sad. The person who took it broke the glass. Every night, my mother checks to see if it's there. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, April 25th, 1991. Dear Mrs. Herrera, we have been learning multiplication and division. We are learning fractions and other mathematics. Our class has music every Friday. Our music teacher is Mr. Walker, a very good music teacher. We also have been doing a lot of reading. I read 4 books already. I hope I get a gold medal for reading the amount of books I'm supposed to. Same letter. Good. Class 323, Micheline Kaiser, May 1st, 1991. Mrs. Franco's baby chicks. Baby chickens hatched yesterday. And today, in Mrs. Franco's class, they are brown and yellow. I really like them. They're very beautiful. I am glad I saw baby chicks because I never really saw baby chickens. Some of the eggs didn't hatch. They were still in the eggs. They were making little noises. The noises seemed like a chirp that a bird would make. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, May 8, 1991. My future career. I am going to be a florist like my mother. My mother will be very proud of me. I hope she will help me make the flowers. I will make silk dry ones. I will sell them for $4 to $30. I will make money like mother does. My mother only sold a few, but I hope I sell a bunch of them. PS 160, Micheline Kaiser, June 5th, 1991. Dear Miss Malowitz, I liked that movie you showed us. I wish I had that tape. If that were mine, I would practice every day. Then I would be the best dancer on the block. When they were doing the show and not practicing, it was funny. Thank you, Miss Malowitz, for letting us see that beautiful movie. This is 8:48 Friday morning. An hour ago, these would have been in the garbage truck. But now we still have it. A little slice of life from 1991 from Micheline Kaiser, PS 160, New York. Thank you, Micheline Kaiser. See you out there.